It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They'll start the drive with Harris, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Back to throw, Pickett.
Dancing to his left.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Pickett sets up play action. That's caught. Allen Robinson.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another 1st there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And now off to the races down the right side.
He's still on his feet.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple 1st downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage. Was going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now a 2nd and 2. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Here's Hurts to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 27 yards. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score. And then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
18 Cardinal. Buffalo 18.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Pickett back to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Pickett back to the air on 2nd down. Here's one deep for Pickens. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As we've seen, their first two drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a fourth down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. There they are going for it. Here's Pickett. Here's one deep for Pickens. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls in. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Devontae Smith, 48 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on fourth down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-0.
Steelers, nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now, light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Swift again, and this time he'll get in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0 Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them, so I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Eagles 28, Steelers nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10. At their own 30.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.